It's the 13 biggest houses. Antilla is the name of a giant futuristic mansion in Mumbai, India, and is the first billion-dollar residential home ever to exist. It was commissioned by the world's fifth richest man, Mukesh Ambani, who is the owner of the biggest company in India, Reliance Industries. Mukesh's 27-story mansion towers above the surrounding apartment high-rises and comes complete with a cinemaplex, helipads, a health center, and hanging garden. The 49,000-square-foot house has a staff of 600 who maintain the residence at all hours of the day. However, the multi-million-dollar dream mansion remains empty because Mukesh and his family fear they will bring bad luck upon themselves for moving into a house that doesn't line up with Vastu Shastra, a Hindu version of Feng Shui. Hala Ranch is a 95-acre estate just north of Aspen, Colorado in the Rocky Mountains. Hala Ranch originally belonged to a Saudi prince named Bandar bin Sultan before it was purchased by American hedge fund manager named John Paulson. 10 years ago, Hala Ranch was the most expensive estate ever listed in the U.S., priced at $135 million in 2006. $135 million seems like a fair price for a 56,000 square foot area that trumps the White House in size. Hala comes complete with its own car wash, gas pumps, and a mechanic garage to maintain the owner's car collection. 50 Poplar Hill Drive in Farmington, Connecticut is the address of 50 Cent's Crazy Crib. His 51,567 square foot mansion comes complete with all the amenities any rapper would need. 21 bedrooms, 25 bathrooms, an indoor pool, a gym, a basketball court, a green screen studio, a recording studio, and an underground disco room complete with stripper poles. This pimped-out mansion is as lavish as they come, but unfortunately cost 50 Cent millions and has spiraled him into bankruptcy. He's been trying to sell the property for years, but he's struggling to find a buyer. With an $8.5 million asking price and nearly $110,000 in monthly expenses, it's no wonder why. The manor, also known as the Spelling Manor, named after its previous owners, now belongs to a British heiress named Petra Ecclestone. The manor is 56,500 square foot estate in this posh neighborhood in Holmby Hills, California. Previously, the most expensive home in America was priced at $125 million. It was sold for the low price of $85 million to the heiress. The Hertz Castle is a huge property that spans several hundred acres and includes a huge ranch and a herd of zebras. The property is actually made up of one main house and several smaller guest houses. Casa Grande, the main house, is 65,000 square feet, with the other homes amassing a total of more than 10,000 square feet. This huge house has seen many celebrity guests and has famously been seen as a backdrop in the Godfather films. Although originally a residence for the Hearst family, it was registered as a California state park in 1957 and has been open for tourists to visit since. Uptown Court is famous for being the most luxurious residence in all of the UK. It was estimated to be worth $110 million before it was seized by the bank and sold for a fraction at $30 million. Uptown spans 58 acres of land and has 103 unique rooms. The plush palace includes all the regular trappings of any billionaire: a bowling alley, a cineplex, 5 swimming pools, and $13 million worth of marble accents. This 60,000 square foot beachside property in Palm Beach, Florida, once belonged to the notorious Donald Trump. Maison de le Métier included a massive garage that could house more than 50 cars, 18 bedrooms, 22 bathrooms, and 3 guest cottages. It also includes other amenities such as a giant ballroom to throw parties, a high-ceiling conservatory for plants and palm trees, and even 500 feet of the nearby beach and ocean. After some minor redecorating, the entire mansion came complete with gold and diamond-embellished furniture and was sold to a Russian oligarch for $95 million. Isn't capitalism great? Bill Gates is the wealthiest man in the United States, so of course, his house was as swanky as his wallet could allow. The 66,000 square foot house is built into the environment around Medina, Washington, and uses the trees which surround and grow above the house to keep cooling and heating to a minimum. Xanadu 2.0 is straight out of the future. It has a giant wall-sized screen installed around the house that allow anyone to change the display with a flick of a finger. The pool has a built-in underwater music system and connects to an outside terrace with natural water. This tech-savvy and eco-friendly home is worth more than $150 million. The Chateau Pensmore, also called Pensmore Mansion or Pensmore Castle, is a giant property that was constructed in an isolated area in the hills south of Springfield, Montana. It is a slow-moving project spearheaded by a man called Stephen T. Huff, who wants to create an indestructible, energy-efficient home. The chateau is constructed using new material and techniques that make it 5 times stronger than concrete and would withstand an earthquake, a bomb explosion, and a direct contact with an F5 tornado. Although it's currently unfinished, the French chateau-style building already spans 72,000 feet, which is 20,000 more feet than the White House. La Riviere is the biggest home in all of Palm Beach, which is not an easy feat considering Palm Beach is the stomping ground for multimillionaires like Donald Trump and James Patterson. The giant 84,620 square foot beachside mansion belongs to Seidel Miller, the co-founder of Matrix Essential. The $4.9 million home serves as Miller's residence as well as the site to host charity concerts, balls, and other beneficial events. Versailles is a 90,000 square foot property in Orange County, Florida. Versailles was once an abandoned construction project in the late 2000s, when its owner and CEO of Westgate Resorts was forced to halt construction because of the economic recession. In 2013, he and his wife were finally able to restart construction on their dream home, which includes an 8,000 square foot master bedroom, 30 bathrooms, 15 bedrooms, 11 kitchens, 6 pools, and a garage that can house 30 cars. The palace is currently near completion and will be the biggest residential property in the nation. This massive property in the Hamptons totals to about 110,000 square feet of livable space across several buildings. The property includes a massive lawn, tennis courts, a bowling alley, a basketball court, and $150,000 hot tub. The Grand Hamptons Getaway belongs to Ira Renert, an American investor and businessman. Recently, Renert was accused of embezzling $118 million from his company he used to own called MagCorp. Fairfield's price tag is $170 million, and rumor has it that he acquired the property with dirty money. This mind-bogglingly grandiose residence belongs to the Sultan of Brunei, a man named Hassan al-Bolkiah. The palace is measured at over 2 million square feet and is easily the biggest residence on earth. Istana Nurul Iman Palace, which means Palace of Faith and Light, includes 5 swimming pools, a 110-car garage, a stable for 200 ponies, a banquet hall, and a mosque that has a maximum capacity of 1,500 people. There are 1,788 rooms and 257 bathrooms for use by the people who actually live there and their guests. The biggest palace on earth had an equally big price tag. It cost $1.4 billion to build.